Hello and welcome everybody to the Join Dota League season number 4, another group stage game, as always, a 2-game series. House of Gamers versus HEHE Forever United is the game we're gonna be, well, watching, casting this time around. House of Gamers, they are here as their full 5, whereas HEHE, not as lucky, only running with HWA and Nihis. 3 of them are stand-ins. Kimbro as well as Nico Baby both should be from section 80, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas I have no idea where he is from, but they also already have come off a 2-0 victory today in the GG League versus X-Team Synergy, now known as Aspera. So I'm not too sure how well it's gonna like help them in the future stages or something, but at least they're off to a good start, so maybe they can carry the momentum over. It was about like an hour and a half break in between, but that also means that you actually get to rest up, you get to eat and whatnot. So we'll see how it all affects them. But House of Gamers have started with an IO as well as a Razor ban. IO definitely banned that against HeHe, it makes sense. Nihis is definitely a great IO player, whether it be in a support role or even every now and then played in a solo mid. But House of Gamers picking up a Jakiro for themselves. So I wanted to go for a rather early start, but HeHe, Elder Titan first, and are we gonna see a Zeus as the second one? Or maybe Abaddon, Venomancer, something like that, because that's the kind of heroes that they did run in the previous series in the GG League. So I wouldn't put it past them. I'm not too sure if House of Gamers actually saw that game or if they have any research on it or not. But it's definitely something that they should consider if they know about it, just banning out one of those heroes at the very least. Because it wrecked me. HeHe, they played it extremely well. They picked up a Weaver as well. They had like, I think in the second game it was Elder Titan, Venomancer, Abaddon, Weaver, as well as Jesus. And they just completely took over the game so early on. Of course, the enemy lineup wasn't the best suited to deal with that kind of thing. They did even go for a Lifestealer, but Lifestealer just couldn't do too much against the Weaver with a Sukuchi, so... Oh, that's enough for that game. This is another series altogether. 2 games to be played. If it ends as 1-1, that's it. No third game, because as the name indicates, a 2-game series. So 2 games is all you guys are gonna get. Or well, hopefully the 2 games will be plenty, and hopefully they're gonna be action-packed and whatnot. And well, with one team starting with Elder Titan and Venomancer, the other one with Shakira and Slark, it definitely should be a rather brawl-heavy game. At least one can hope so. And now Naga Siren banned out by House of Gamers, so it's gonna be even better. They're making my day right here, right now. Terrorblade banned, just ban out those nasty late game carries who can just split push and do like game delaying things. But HeHe themselves banning out an Ancient Apparition first. And what's their second one going to be? Do they take out yet another support? Something like a Witch Doctor, maybe? Voodoo Restoration definitely wouldn't be bad in trying to counter the Venomancer. Although, if they want to go for a Zeus, I think like for House of Gamers, how viable would a Pugna pick be? Zeus does spam quite a lot, so the Netherward would be an excellent choice against him, in all fairness. Although if it's like only up against a Zeus, it might or might not work out as well. But also having a Jakiro on your team would mean that your tower pushing would be actually pretty ridiculous with the Nether Blast as well as the Liquid Fire. So I wouldn't put it past them, although I highly doubt it's going to happen. You really need to like be able to implement a Pugna into the lineup properly, and it just doesn't fit in too well in most of the lineups. Although Decrep, I guess, could be ample setup for a Pounce or a Ice Path to follow off the Jakiro, for example, as well. But that's just a wild fancy I'm going for at this point. We don't even know if the Zeus is coming out for HeHe at all. But now, do we see that Abaddon at least? I thought the shield, of course, excellent stuff to just keep people alive, as is the Mist Coil. Mist Coil can also be used aggressively rather decently. Just almost a single target nuke like any other would be. Except for the fact that it also drains yourself of some health at the same time. But now they have slowed things down, just considering their options. Or what to reveal first, but they're going for a Dazzle instead. So whoever gets pounced, whoever gets like used Ice Path, they want to keep that certain hero alive. And if that hero, let's say, is going to be a Venomancer, then usually, although the Shallow Grave delays the death, most of the time, I think those heroes don't escape. But if it's a Venomancer and just gets the extra 5 seconds to live, that already might be enough, just because you get your Poison Nova off, you pop your Venomous Scale as well, and you are done for in the fight anyway. Yes, otherwise if you're alive you can pop like Plague Wards, get the Poison Sting on multiple targets and whatnot, but if you get your Poison Nova off and Venomous Scale to follow as well, that's already like luxury. You only need to get the Poison Nova off. So it's not a bad choice, I guess, but I'd like to see where he is gonna go with this next. Just because at the moment Dazzle, he is pretty much purely physical damage. Shadow Wave is physical, Poison Touch is physical. And with the Elder Titan reducing everybody's armor, it can be quite significant. But House of Gamers now picking up a Sven for themselves. It might be a core one, it might still be a support one as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But without an IO, I guess core Svens may or just might get kited around, especially if it's up against the Venomancer as well. Just Venomancer is excellent at kiting heroes around, especially if he connects with the Venomous Scale. Slark doesn't care as much just because he has a Pounce and the Dark Pact. But Sven, definitely the Warcry will be excellent against Elder Titan first of all, as well as the Dazzle as well. Dazzle will start just debuffing or debuffing the enemies, I guess, with the minus armor ticking away every single second. So Warcry will be an excellent ability for House of Gamers to have, but he now going for the Morphling, so going for a different kind of strategy this time around. And Morphling is a core that, although he's a really late game core and generally isn't that scary early on, the waveform still does quite a lot of damage and can be used to just go for some early kind of aggression as well. It's not like you have to stay passive and farm away on the Morphling. You can definitely help out your team. But House of Gamers now, the Timber Saw is the pickup for them, and oh, looks like Bullet, he was spot on with his prediction. Timber Saw will be picked by House of Gamers, but that's them running 3 melee heroes, and well, they do have 2 stuns at least. Of course, Pounce to follow up as well might be enough. But the biggest deal is that they have to deal with the Morphling, and Morphling with the Replicate, with the waveform, especially with a Dazzle backing him up as well, he should be able to get to safety almost at any given time. But whoever gets stunned, and if the Timber Saw is close by as well, that certain somebody is gonna get hurt real bad. That's just, there shouldn't be a logical escape from that kind of situation. The only thing I can think of is just Shallow Grave. Dazzle Shallow Grave is gonna most likely at least play a huge part in how this game plays out in the end. It does of course somewhat depend on like the laning phases, who gets the early advantage and who has the momentum going into fights, maybe who has like the blink daggers to actually start the fight. And looking at his lineup at this point, who is going to initiate for them? Like, what's their initiation plan? Or do they leave that as the 5th hero? As Invoker does get banned, Batrider was taken up by HEHE themselves. But what's the plan for them? Like, really, who's gonna initiate the fight? Or is it really just 5-man trying to death ball down the towers or something? Because House of Gamers, just having a Chakram of the Timbers already is an excellent counter push ability. Other than that though, it's not that awesome all of a sudden. I mean, they have the Stormhammer, but you would usually want to reserve the stun for the fight, or you might not just have enough mana to spam it out constantly. Although I guess you can, if you're defending high ground, you can throw out the Stormhammer and run all the way back to the fountain if it's really necessary and be back before the next creep wave arrives. But in any case, their last pick about to come, 50 seconds away. I would expect the Elder Titan to be off lane in this case with a Venomancer and Dazzle supporting, although they could run like a Venomancer core as well. Although, having said that, HEHE in the previous series in the GG League, they did favor dual lanes. So they might be running like a Dazzle Elder Titan off lane or Dazzle Venomancer off lane, with the other one being together with the Morphling. But Puck was the last pick for HEHE, so I guess it doesn't mean that it's dual lanes, but it's most likely going to be Puck mid with the Morphling as well as Well, maybe when I try lane on the safe lane with the Morphling, we'll see. But in any case, Slash Strike, House of Gamers picking a Storm Spirit as the last one. So it is pretty much certain now that Sven will be a support one. Unless they want to run a weird hero in the jungle, maybe the Storm Spirit himself. I highly doubt that though. So we're going to be looking at HEHE versus House of Gamers if you're just tuning in for the Join Dota League season number 4, a group stage game. And we do have a pause, man. What a surprise. What a freaking surprise. But I'm gonna introduce the lineups anyway. So for HEHE on the Radiant side, will be playing the Elder Titan with Nico Baby on the Morphling, Akimbro on the Dazzle, HWA playing the Puck, and the last one will be Nihis on the Venomancer. As for House of Gamers, Malum playing that Slark, leaving a movement on the Chakiro, Faith in Strangers with his freaking awesome Sven set. Look at that sword, look at that armor. Magnificent stuff. But Slash Strike will be playing the Storm Spirit. And I do believe I have one guy missing. And that one will be SLH set Akira on the Timbersaw. So will be Timbersaw off lane, running rather standard lanes with just Storm Spirit heading into the mid lane, I guess. And well, who's gonna be farming? Yeah, Slark farming up safe lane. But as we are pausing and pinging and I don't know what, just look at this Mirana. Shoot arrow, hit arrow. Easiest thing to do. Okay, so Akimbro is getting valved. Wasabi. Wow. Those positions. It's like, what? Although I think it was them in the previous series having like the best one, although... What? Morphling, why so... Morphling looks kind of sad. It's like a mix of sad and ugly. Goddamn, there's not the proper zoom in level. I would want to be a little bit farther away, but if I zoom out, it's going to take me too far. But yeah, he looks really sad. I bet he's sad because he has to wear armor. He used to be just purely water, like water elemental. Now though, people have just bullied him and put armor on him and whatnot. So he feels a little bit pained by this. Oh, it was for HEHE. I was looking at the wrong base. I don't know why I exactly did that, but... Yeah, this one. This is one of the best effigies, and just especially the name. I think it's brilliant. If I could, I would commend this one. This is just good stuff. This is what, I don't know, dreams are made of. Just a Kanka. Okay, search Admiral. I don't know what they went on about properly, but he might be going into the mid lane, starting with a Wraith Band. So core Venomancer and I guess Elder Titan will be the support then after all, together with the Dazzle. I guess Elder Titan Morphling lane with Dazzle... Dazzle Puck being in the offlane. I don't know what they're aiming at or what's going on exactly, but... Well, we shall see. We shall see indeed. "35 seconds left for the creeps to spawn." As HWA, he's going to be solo offlane by the looks of it, so not going for dual lanes this game. Going for a slightly different strategy. Although it worked fine for them, I guess they want to just mix things up. Make it so that the enemy doesn't really know what to expect completely. And of course they do want to guarantee Morphling the farm. Has started with a Wraith Band as well. And well, at the moment, oh, never mind. HWA gets himself the Invis Rune. Malum wasn't quick enough on his fingers to pick it up on the Slark. Do they have some detection on the supports? Well, one sentry was already used, and that's gonna nail themselves an observer ward. So excellent stuff coming out from them. It's really crucial actually getting this ward this early on, because it would have given HWA and the Puck excellent vision about the support rotations coming through. But he's there with the Invis now. They won't have the sentry on them quite yet, or do they? A moment, he's close by. They don't want to waste the sentry because they know the Invis only lasts for a minute anyway. So it's gonna wear off soon enough. Or well, less than a minute, even 45 seconds. So yeah, there it goes. No invis anymore, so Sentry would have been kind of wasted for this, and the moment he's gonna be able to pull anyway, and I miss first blood. Timbersaw, he goes down already. I guess that's what you get when you go for a Whirling Death early on. That's a really aggressive approach, and that was just with the two of them. I really didn't expect that to happen, but then again, I am just half asleep behind my computer anyway. But how could I have missed a Division 1 game? It cannot be done, but oh, HWA might be in some trouble. Hasn't picked up a single point yet. Faithful Strangers eats his way through the trees as well. Stormhammer skilled up. Oh god, he doesn't want to throw it, and HWA, he hit level 2 as well. He's not gonna phase shift before the Stormhammer comes, and HWA just plays it smart. He has boots as well. Mal, I'm not gonna be able to catch up. They don't have the Ice Path. Illusion Orb used, and well, he joins away, and Faithful Strangers suddenly cannot go. What the pounce? Oh, that was the dodge. Beautifully done. Just really masterful by the puck. So he escapes, won't give away kill. Otherwise it would have been tied, just both offlaners going down. But the biggest thing was the puck, he got level 2 before House of Gamers thought to just really aggress on him. But now a rune will be picked up, it's just an illusion rune. Not a big difference, but Faith in Strangers, he just doesn't have the mana pool to waste a stun like that. Nor does he have the cooldown to just hit another one after that. I mean, 13 seconds. Brave King is that much better in those situations, but easy phase shift. Easy phase shift. Although at the moment, it's a bit weird to be honest to me that you can just phase shift and come out of it and not get hit. It really feels like if you stop the phase shift before it hits, it should hit you anyway. Or if it's like close enough at least. If it's like you phase shift and then blink from to here, then maybe it shouldn't follow you and hit you or something, but... A moment, he knows Puck is in the trees somewhere, but he just can't get vision to this. Oh, HWA, he was stopping his attack. He almost attacked the moment. It would have given away his position, of course. Now a moment has himself the Ice Path as well. But HWA, he's just freely getting XP as an offlaner. That's almost unacceptable. But then again, so is Akira on his bottom lane. Timbersaw eating his way through a couple of trees, just trying to get deeper and deeper in. But now top lane, can they get Puck? There's the Liquid Fire. I think it's gonna be fine. Illusion Orb, not using it even. There it comes. Phase shift used as well. No Stormhammer to follow. And he once again just makes it out. He's toying around with the supports of House of Gamers, really. But Akira, only 2 last hits to his name. I guess that's 2 more than the Puck has. Level wise though, Puck does have a small advantage. Couldn't call it even significant. Looking at the mid lane though, Slash Strike up to 12 and 3 compared to a 16 and 14. Wow, 16 and 14. Venomancer doing work with those Plague Wards. And Hava, although he's not dying, just the Liquid Fire by itself already is doing so much damage, and he cannot really risk phase shifting out the Liquid Fire. Just because if the Stormhammer or Pounce follows, you are just gonna be dead straight out. Maybe he should just feel a little bit more liberal about it though, just because of the fact that even if you die, at least it's not gonna be first blood. I mean, nobody wants to die, but sometimes just worse things have happened. Now though that the tower is pushing in, a moment gonna come in from behind. Can they do anything to Hava? They won't have the Stormhammer, but if the Ice Path lands, that's gonna be the end of the Puck. But that's a big if, and the tower, or rather the siege. Oh, there is the Ice Path. It won't clip HWA. He gets the Illusion Orb as well. He needs like one more right click to be dead. But Akimbro, he comes in, Shadow Waves up HWA. Somebody blocking by the Dazzle. Not the best movement, but they should get the kill anyway. There's even a double damage on Akimbro. Ice Path. Oh god, Shakira. He got the kill with an Ice Path. That's 50 damage, Puck. Oh god. He hung around and he got punished. So in the end, kind of a worthy kill. Of course, Dazzle getting some nice levels from that and gold. So Dazzle now, he got the first blood. He got yet another kill. Has the boots. Picks up new wards as well as a magic stick. So not doing bad at all. Mid lane still Nihis is ahead, but a little bit low on mana. Wants to get a rune if he can. Or Bottle Crow maybe if he has something coming up with the courier anyway. So far though, looks like Tranquil Boots will be completed for Ace Elder Titan. And bottom lane Akira, he's level 3.5. About a level behind the Puck now. Last hits though 2 and 0 compared to 3 and 0. So I guess Puck has taken the lead, but Timbersaw, you do mostly want levels, but you also kind of require farm if you want to be as useful as you pick up that hero to be for. If that makes any sense to you guys. But I mean, Timbersaw is just a beast, but Slash Strike, he has quite a lot of mana. He can even ball lightning for the rune, but won't risk it. He's gonna have to escape. As Akira, he comes in as well. They know Nihis has no mana, but does it even matter at all? He gets the Timber Chain to the high ground. I guess they have to be lucky that Nihis is not the Storm Spirit, but that deny of the rune was huge for them, just because otherwise it would have meant a regeneration rune onto a level 6 Storm Spirit, but he's gonna jump in anyway. Electric Vortex not used yet, but there it is, level 2. Ice Path will follow, Stormhammer is there as well. And they didn't get the kill on Slash Strike. He's gonna lose his life in return. Poison Nova, the Venomous Gale, Poison Sting as well. My god, they get the turnaround. And Faith in Strangers drops low, Chikiro drops down to about half HP. That is just the power of a Venomancer right then and there. Poison Nova plus of course the Plague War, just spreading his Poison Sting everywhere. But in the meantime, Malum has finished up a Hand of Midas against the Puck, who is level 5 now as well. So if the support's rotating around, the Puck feels a little bit better about himself. Can just actually, or dares actually go to XP range as well. Timbersaw should be able to maybe do the same, although still kind of has to hide in the trees, as you can see. Nico Baby, also already level 6, has picked up a Ring of Health. So looks to be going for that Lincoln Sphere. Not a bad choice, up against Stormhammer, Electric Vortex. I guess there's not too much more to even pop it, to be honest. So, it's maybe not the greatest of games, although at some point there's gonna probably be an Orchid for Slash Strike, for example, or even Yule Scepter from the Shakiro, just blocking that one to make sure you won't get Yule's Ice Path. Not a horrible decision there. But 8 minutes in, kill score 3-2, or 3-4-2, 3 against 2, I don't know. If I say 3-2-2, then it sounds a hell of a lot like somebody's throwing. If you don't know the reference, it's the first initial like betting scandal. But bottom lane Akira, he's only level 4. Can he do anything? With Faith in Strangers coming in, maybe so. He just activates the war cry. And, well, he is just lineup's weakness suddenly shows. They don't have any lockdown to deal with the Timbersaw. I mean, Dazzle, he has the Poison Touch, but it's only level 1, so not even gonna have that mini stun. Elder Titan can Echo Stomp, but probably not fast enough to stop that Timber Chain away. Adaptive Strike isn't even skilled yet for Nico Baby, of course, because that's just how Morphlings play. And, well, they have the Silence and Dream Call of Puck, I guess, but they won't have the Blink for some time, so it's not that easy to land it on a Timbersaw. At least not the Waning Grip, but Malum now wants to aggress onto HWA, who is gonna escape with just an Illusory Orb. But has to... Whoa, never mind, he had the bottle. Full charges on it as well at the time, so he's gonna be fine to stay on lane for a little while longer. But Slark starting to kind of show dominance. Already has Power Threads as well. It's only 9 minutes in, and Midas Power Threads, definitely nice timing. But Faith in Strangers is gonna get slowed down. Only a level 1 Poison Touch though. They need an Echo Stomp to follow, but it's just not gonna happen. They just do not have what it takes to set up the kills. In that sense, this tri lane is rather weak. Although Timbersaw is still not getting too much accomplished, as HWA gonna just dodge a pounce. So, looking at the early graphs as well, about a 2,500 network fleet for HEHE. XP about 1200 as well. So HEHE, they are ahead at this point in time, just because, well, Timbersaw isn't getting anything accomplished, whereas Puck is getting something. And also not only that, Slash Strike in the median, 35 and 4 in last hits compared to a 55 and 35 Venomancer. Just look at the ward of Plague Wars. Of course, Storm Spirit kind of has to farm up under his own tower as well, but he's been denying quite a lot of creeps. As Malum drops low, but we'll get the pounce out. Shadow Dance will kick in, so gonna have the health that he needs back soon enough. But yeah, the denies. 36 denies on Nihis compared to the 4 on Slash Strike. And is he gonna go for it? No, never mind, just wants to harass. Some more Plague Wards, gets the Poison Sting on him. But Haste Rune on Storm Spirit, it's a scary rune for him to have. I mean, sometimes Haste Rune is better than Regen Rune, even for a Storm Spirit. Faith in Stranger comes in though, pops the Warcry and just runs to the tower. Really weird angle for him to go at, but I guess he wanted to get to the lane as fast as possible, just soak up the XP. Does hit level 5 now. Like, any level helps on Sven, just because you get some extra base stats. Top lane though, HWA might be in some trouble, but gets the Dream Coil onto 2. You lose your up to phase shift out. And, well, I guess they escape. Maybe a moment. Might even be a casualty of war if HWA keeps going. But he needs another illusion up to land. Malam misses with a pounce as well. Bottom lane waveform though. Oh god, the waveform was enough. Slash Strike wants to turn it around. Has the heat rune activated. Timber chain through as well. Nico Baby, can he escape? I have my doubts. Shallow Grave keeps him alive. Maybe a little bit premature. But they're getting even more damage done. And just not enough mana for another waveform on him. Ado wants to chase down a moment. Oh, the creeps block him a little bit. But the Elder Titan, is he gonna get the kill? I think so. Slash Strike, he's gonna come in as well. Macro Pyre down. No, a moment. He survives. Holy freaking crap. Elder Titan didn't get a single right click off. So make it 5-4-4. Mid lane, Faith in Stranger comes in with a Stormhammer. Wants to delay the push. Glyph is there as well, just because Plague Wards are rather annoying. But that was 3 heroes dying for HEHE there. That was kind of disastrous. Unfortunately for House of Gamers, Timbersaw wasn't there immediately. But he has his bottle. He's getting some farm now on the bottom lane. But he's level 7 and that's, I think, the most important of them all. Timber Chain maxed out. So 220 pure damage. Plus, of course, he's gonna have the Chakram as well. And Chakram is kind of all you need. Well, it's not that black and white. It's not all you need, but it's what sets up most of your kills. Just the Chakram slow first, then the Timber Chain to follow. Otherwise, the Timber Chain can be avoided if you're fast enough. But oh, the pounce comes onto Hava. But just look at the turnaround. It was immediately into a level 3 Shadow Wave. With an Astral Spirit with, well, Natural Order is only level 1. But still a 40% base armor reduction. It's just such a strong ability, such a strong passive to have. The top lane, keeps recommending Macro Pyre to slow down the push. Slash Strike hides himself in the trees. If he can, he's going to get Ice Bathed up. And there's the Ball Lightning, but he gets the Poison off before. It's only on to Slash Strike, or never mind, it connects to in a moment. So the Stormhammer comes just as the Shallow Grave is there. And he's somehow still alive, able to output damage, but there he goes down. Akimbro was going from the wrong side. The Shadow Wave maybe would have delayed his death once again, but Slash Strike, does he have enough mana to go for another Ball Lightning? He does! He's gonna have to get away with this one, but Poison Sting slows him down. Astral Spirit through. Another stun though onto Hava from Faith in Strangers. There's the Poison Touch. And they're gonna lose more than 1 life. I think Pounce will miss Akimbro. Can he outrun them though? Negative Urn and, well, just TP out is always a smart choice against this Lark. Now, Akira comes in. Should be an easy kill on the Elder Titan, maybe. Whirling there first, Chakram to fall as well. But he doesn't have enough mana to go for anything anymore. A might just be able to limp himself away, although then comes Malam. Ice Breath will get dodged. Astral Spirit returns and the movement speed. Oh god. Venom Scale connects onto Malam, of course, doesn't care because he Dark Packed at the same exact time. But Akira now out of mana. He cannot Timber Chain, no Magic Stick, no nothing. And there's the Dream Coil, will catch 2 as well. They get the 1 kill, can they get Malam? Dark Pack pops. Slash Strike comes in with another long Ball Lightning, but my freaking god, he gets another kill. Just Storm Spirit coming in, and suddenly there's a Shadow Wave. Taking so much damage from that. Akimbro has a Medallion of Courage as well. No, House of Gamers is not fully a Swedish team, but a somewhat Swedish team. But definitely not Bulgarian. Maybe like one of their players is Bulgarian, but I doubt it. But House of Gamers, they started as a fully Swedish team. Top lane though, HWA, he gets another kill for himself. I guess having a Blink Dagger already, plus another 1.1k gold after that definitely helps. So suddenly Puck has the Blink Dagger, has the Power Threads. Nico Baby up to 6.7k gold as well. Needs still another 900 for the recipe of that moment. He's gonna be in some trouble, HWA. He's gonna chaunt to the orb as well. Doesn't quite have enough thanks to the magic wand of a moment. Needs one more blink. He gets it. Slash Strike. Ball Lightning to the wrong position. Echo Stomp will land on Slash Strike. So HWA might even be able to escape. A little bit low on mana though. But they, well, Phase Shift used a little bit early. But Faith in Strangers after the Warcry, after the TP, doesn't even have enough mana for a Stormhammer. And that is why support Svens just sometimes they suck. They don't do anything. But Timbersaw doesn't even have Arcane Boots at the moment. At least he has a bottle, I guess, but there have been some times already when he's just lacking the mana to work with. So 10-6 overall kill score, 15 minutes in. Looking at the graph, suddenly about the 8,000 net per fleet for HEHE. 5k in XP as well. They are snowballing, they are deathballing the top lane at this point in time. Are they going to keep on going, or do they back off? Do they wait for somebody to come into the sideline and then just snatch them away? They will see Malum, or glimpse him at least with on the Slark coming through. So now is a good time to escape, and Nico Baby does exactly that. He's gonna make it out. Another 100 gold or so for his Lincoln Sphere to be finished. So 16.5 minutes in, give or take. Definitely solid timing if you also have a Ring of Aquila and Power Threads before. So also gamers now, what is their plan? Do they just buckle down and prepare themselves for the late game, or what's the take on them? Oh, there's the jump at HW now, and he got the blink away. But there's the pounce, Stormhammer to follow Ice Path as well. He dodged one thing just to go into a couple of others. So they finally get Puck. In the meantime, Nies has a Veil of Discord done, plus a point booster already as well. If they connect with all their magic damage and the Veil, those heroes are gonna die. There's no BKB yet. Maybe it's coming somewhere along the way. They don't have... Well, to be honest, the Veil of Discord main, it really boosts his own damage, but they don't have the Zeus like they did last game. So it's not synergizing as much, but I guess with the Puck jumping in as well, it should be fine. Okay, so Slash Strike is Bulgarian, man. Thank you, Ezalor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Slash Strike is Bulgarian. I don't even know where most of them are from. I have to... I think Akira isn't Swedish either. Not too sure, but SLHE isn't Swedish, I think. Maybe he is. I have no clue, really. It's my bad, but I don't really care where people are from. Sorry, guys, but I just don't find me. So yeah, he's an Arab. Okay. Coolio. But Slark has picked up a Blink Dagger now after the trades, as well as of course the Hand of Midas. So they can go for some aggression of their own. They have a Storm Spirit, so theoretically you would think it's rather easy for them to just get the jumps on people. Sven, as well as the Chikiro hanging about as well. But from the backlines, Akimbro gonna come in with a smoke. It breaks, and oh, they get the kill on Storm Spirit. Can they get some more though? Puck. These Blink Daggers still on cooldown. But Nico Baby, he comes in as well. Minus armor from the medallion. Never mind, nothing gonna happen. I totally thought that something else might happen, but Storm Spirit, he just went in and died, or Puck jumped him and got the kill. Completely missed that because I thought that Azal is just gonna break his smoke, run into two and get screwed over. But top lane, Malum gets a solo kill on the Elder Titan in the meantime. It is of course to support the Elder Titan, so not that big of a deal in the end. Now Chakram comes through for the counter push, but that is the only thing the Timbersaw can be useful with. He's going to go for a Soul Ring as well, so wants to build for a Bloodstone. It's going to be a rather late one though, and God knows when he's even going to finish it up at all. But Ice Path, oh, smart TP cancel. Or never mind, it was a TP into Phase Shift, which is sick that you can do that. Just, the TP should go straight into the Ice Path, to be honest, I think. But that's just how Phase Shift works. But top lane, another kill Malum. This time around, he gets Morphling. How the freaking hell Morphling? How low in the health must he have been? A moment, gonna TP out as well, no Dream Coil to stop it. So I just have to keep a closer eye on Malum and just getting the jumps. But now 15 Strangers, Warcry activated. Illusion Orb misses, Slash Strike, he's gonna come in, they want to go for HWA. They need some stuns, but the Waning Rift will catch two. Slash Strike went a little bit too close. The Earth Splitter doesn't connect on anybody, but it made it so that Sven couldn't run straight away. And now Slash Strike comes back in, Malum though, blink, pounce, gets an easy kill onto the Puck. Can they get more now? They have to Timber Chain through Akimbro, he goes down. A will be next on the Elder Titan, even Macropire used for that. So suddenly they get some revenge, 4 heroes down altogether. But it's 5 heroes dead in a matter of like 2 minutes. With first Elder Titan dying to Slark, then the Morphling, and now 3 more heroes. So 12 to 12 is the kill score now. It's definitely gonna help out House of Gamers' cause. But they need so much more on both the Timbersaw as well as this Storm Spirit as well. Oh god. I just got notified that House of Gamers, they're not half as Swedish as I expected or thought they will be. Well, they have 1 Swedish guy, 1 German, 1 Ukrainian, 1 from Lebanon, and 1 from Bulgaria. So that's diverse. Let's just say it like that. That is diverse. As in the meantime, HWA denies himself a tower. So just halving the gold that House of Gamers would have otherwise gotten. But a moment going for the 4 staff by the looks of it. Not even building for the Yule Scepter that Shakiros usually go for. But Malam wants to go for something. Is it into too many heroes? Never mind. Ice Buff got dodged with a blink of Puck. But 12 to tell, looking at the graphs again. It is still about a 5,500 net worth lead or so for HEHE. XP though completely zeroed out, a 5k swing. But yeah, net worth, I guess still it's about a 3k drop. So he losing some momentum from it, but they still have a Morphling farming up. Has himself a Ghost Scepter. Going for the shotgun next. It's waveform over, so... Are they gonna really continue? Oh, he goes top lane, but he gets pounced immediately. Can he escape? Adaptive Strike used. Malam is pretty aggressive, but the Ghost Scepter will make him safe, or will his Slash Strike? He jumps in with the ball lightning. Doesn't even go for the Electric Vortex just because he saw Puck coming in. And Puck, if he had gotten the Waning Rift, maybe they would have had enough to just get the counter there. But this Storm Spirit, or overall, I'm a little bit sad to say, but Storm Spirits have been underwhelming in most games I've seen them. Now though, Elder Titan gonna be chased down. They need another Chakram, they need another Ice Buff, anything to connect. Another Astral Spirit to get himself extra attack speed. Shadow Wave. Oh no, Shallow Grave though. Whirling Death, too much to handle for a strength hero. Can they stop the TPs? A moment, of course, gonna escape. Venom Scale slows down Akira though, who's going for the TP out as well once his mana ticks away. So they just get the kill on Elder Titan. Nothing more happens, but Whirling Death, especially if it's level 4 already. Against strength heroes, it's so strong. It's hard to describe how much it actually does. I mean, it reduces your strength, which in return reduces your HP pool by 15%. But now, Venomancer has himself an Aghanim Scepter, level 2 ultimate as well. If House of Gamers get caught by it, House of Gamers really, they don't want to take a long, drawn out fight, just because the Poison Nova will have all the time to tick by then. Whereas HEHE themselves also have a Dazzle to just back up from the backline, just keep people healthy, or at least try to do so, healing them up every now and then with the Shadow Wave. But the smoke comes out. Akimbro A as well as HWA, they are on the hunt for something. They might find themselves Slash Strike even. I'm more or less sure that they're not gonna think that both of those are not support, but now never mind, take a jump mid lane instead. Faith in Strangers, an easy kill just because they didn't have vision. Whoa! Well, I said easy kill, but he rather forced out a Dream Coil as well. Nihis was coming in from behind or from the side to meet them. So maybe not entirely a necessary Dream Coil, but Slark now, he has gotten some time to farm up. Of course, has had the Hand of Midas, so he's still number 1 in net worth. That's a positive for House of Gamers. And he has the Eye of Skadi as well. But will it do them any good? Because Nihis with the Plague Wards, just continuously applying pressure to the buildings as much as he can. From the sidelines, Slark keeps on farming his jungle. Doesn't care too much about, well, anything else that happens, I think. Puck, in the meantime, has finished up a Yule Scepter, so he's gonna be safe from a couple extra things now. Or at least delay his death, if nothing else. But this is gonna be a tier 2 going down in the favor of HEHE. But oh, Radiant Courier got sniped. No cargo worth there, but it is definitely worth something for House of Gamers, because that gives you more or less the same goal that Tower would otherwise. So the tier 2 going down suddenly isn't as bitter anymore for them. But they want to find something a moment though. He just TP's out. They are really good at backing off, just seeing where the enemy is. But now Malam, he's in the trees. Not gonna go for the aggression, he just blinks out, will escape. So this game has considerably slowed down and gone towards the just... My god, kill me now, please. This is a farming game. Timbersaw even had the time to farm up himself a Blaststone just because he hasn't died. Shotgun finished on the Morphling as well. But looking at the graphs, it is about the 3.5k net worth lead, which used to be 8,000, maybe a little bit extra even. XP in House of Gamers' favor, about by 4,000. So they are losing ground, and they don't want to do. They really don't. I mean, they have a good lineup. They have, of course, the natural loader, which is always gonna be nice. They do have that weave of the Dazzle, the ultimate. And the Poison Nova buffed by Aghanims, and not only that, also buffed by Veil. Although, to be honest, Veil into just Shotgun, that is a filthy, nasty combination. But Slash Strike, 25 minutes in, about 10 minutes later than you would want to have it. He has himself the Orchid, has an Ogre Club as well, so he's building for a BKB, I like that. But will this Orchid get enough done? Of course, I guess you kind of jump to the backlines and target the Dazzle immediately. Dazzle or maybe knee hits on the Venomancer just to make sure he doesn't get his ultimate off. But by now he has 1.5k HP, so even he isn't really the easiest target to go for. But they are attempting Roshan now. Plague Wards start to come out. Waveform, oh, not over completely. So gonna have to wait for another waveform, unfortunately for Nico baby. Slight miscalculation. Gonna slow down Roshan a little bit, but does House of Gamers even have an idea? Well, with 3 of their heroes being smoked, maybe they do. I bet he themselves, they're expecting just Chakrams or something. Ice Path came out first, but the Blink, Silence, Illusion of Nevermind, they forced him out. They just want to clear space for Roshan, and they do so successfully. Age is picked up by Nico baby. Echo Stomp will land on 2. Can they really follow up? HW hits their Dream Coil onto Akira. No Chuck or Timber Chain away for him. Another Ice Path will miss. Whirling, or not Whirling, Waning Rift also did whiff, but Nico baby did come in. First usage of the Shotgun. Lands himself a kill, and onto the Timbersaw as well, who just finished the Bloodstone like a minute before, maybe 2 maximum I think. But suddenly already down to 5 Bloodstone charges, so if you can keep that up, your enemy is just not gonna get anything done just because he won't have anything to do or won't have anything to work with. Esmalib blinks to the high ground, runs towards the top lane, and he's gonna be fast enough. Or is he? HW glimpses a sight of him, but don't think anything's gonna happen with just Shadow Dances, Blinks, and TP's out of course as well. Now Blink Dagger picked up on knee hit. Oh, but he gets jumped, silenced up as well. Do they even have enough? I don't think Slash Strike solo can kill him, and he himself knows it's not gonna happen. So Knees even gets to bottle up a Bounty Rune. So get some life back, get some mana back. And guys, why did you turn this kind of game into a farming game? Just boring. Or at least boring for my sleep deprived self. Now a moment might be in some trouble as Knees. He denied the tier 1 tower mid lane as well. Nico baby, never mind. Guess they'll pick it out before the Chakram even comes. Slash Strike though, he's around as well. They are grouped up as 5. Bottle dropped by Jakiro, which is empty unfortunately for them. But they're going for a tier 2 with the Liquid Fire. They might just be able to do it as well. Although TPs are coming in, it's the puck. Is he gonna jump in? Ice Path is there. He phase shifts it out. And now blinks back immediately. The pounce even came. But didn't hit. Warcry activated as Veil of the Discord came out at the same time. But the tower, even if it doesn't go down, it's still dropping low, although might even go into deny range if the siege creep keeps on going. And it's... oh yes. They can deny it, so that's gonna be like the... I want to say the 3rd denied tower. Spatcher is picked up on Slark now. Oh my god, sorry guys. If there's a moment of silence, it is me yawning just because it's hard. It's hard casting a game that doesn't have too much action, and if you're sleepy, or maybe not sleepy, but you haven't slept that much. At least for me, when I solo cast, it's just something about the oxygen in my brain, or I don't know. But I'm just trying to get through this. It's only 2-game series, guys. We can manage, right? We can manage, guys! Got to go Dragon Ball style. If it's really bad in the 2nd game, we got to go all Dragon Ball style. Like, raise your hands! Although I don't have a co-caster who could, like, vouch for me. It's like nobody believed that in Goku at the start as Morphling, he snaps himself a Sven kill with a shotgun, I guess. But yeah, at the start nobody was like, who the hell is that guy? Just some random guy wants us to raise our hands and give him our energy. They were like, yeah, not gonna happen. But then Mr. Satan came in, and like Dragon Ball creators, What a name. What a name to give the future mistaken just hero of the world. But he came in like, yeah, guys, raise your hands. We need power. Oh, it's Mr. Satan. Yes, we'll do so. Okay, enough of the just sideshow, guys. Looking at the tier 3, already dropping down. Nico Baby still holding on to the ages. Has picked himself up an ultimate orb. Has a point booster, which means, of course, Eye of Skadi. Lots of stats, which Morphling absolutely adores. So once he finishes the Skadi, gonna get even stronger. Shotgun gets stronger and stronger at the moment. He might be the casualty of this, but nope, the Ice Path was there. Adaptive Strike gets the kill anyway with the help of the Astral Spirit. Echo Stomp not gonna land on anywhere. Slash Strike comes in. Immediate Yule Scepter up, and oh, there's the Blink Poison Nova, lands on 2 with the Dream Coil, Earth Splitter to follow. What a combination! Faith in Stranger's definitely gonna go down, I think, or never mind, it's not. He has the Poison Sting as well. He survives! He gets back to the fountain, just barely though. That didn't have lethal damage. Malin though, he's gonna take a fall. Slash Strike comes in with almost a full mana pool. There's the shotgun as well, still alive though, gets the ball lightning out. Slark buys back for this. But they already lost the range tracks. Will they also lose the melee one? Pounce onto Nico Baby. Doesn't have the ages anymore. But gonna stay around for Rax. Maybe Echo Stomp is there. Is he even gonna go for the kill waveform? That's a dieback from Slark. 96 seconds without the slippery fishy fish. Now Yule Scepter up onto the Timber. So another Veil of Discord does land. They do kill off one, but it's only a dazzle. They lose Sven in return. Nihis wants to go for a moment. They are spreading themselves thin. No Waning Rift at the moment for HWI, but Echo Stomp plans. They're waiting it out. Oh, but Slash Strike, he comes in. What? Double kill. SLH Akira. He just gets them down with a Whirling Death, Timber Chain, Chakram combination. Still pretty slow, ticking down, but Slash Strike coming in like that with the silence. They did finally get some kills, but they lost the Slark. Not once, twice. At least Timbersaw is back to 8 Blast Zone charges, so that's a positive. Has picked up a Blink as well. But they still lost the Rax, and I guess one Rax like won't be too horrible. Slark can clear them up with constant just Dark Pacting, as well as Chakram into Timber Chain. Not the worst thing to deal with it. Maybe like Static Remnant into Overload. If Sven was a core, they wouldn't care at all, just because he would be cleaving through everything and then anything. Akinbro going for a 4-step of his own, or maybe a Yule Scepter of his own. We'll see on the Dazzle. A has a Yule Scepter 4-step both. Nico Baby, Skadi, is it? Yes, it is finished. Another 1.8k on top of that. Has picked up an Ogre Claw, a Storm Spirit. He ends Nihis's killing spree. They drop pretty low themselves. Just Poison Nova at its finest with the Veil of Discord as well. Venomancer gets a kill on Storm Spirit. Jakiro almost dies in the base, but Poison Nova itself isn't lethal damage. But one Poison Nova. Well, I guess it's level 3 by now, but it's ridiculous. Like, you go gank one hero, but you almost lose like 3 heroes in return. Although literally they had 0 backup for the Venomancer at that point. That's just sad. It's sad if you're House of Gamers. But Nico Baby now strengthening himself into agility as much as he can. Is he gonna go balls deep? Waveform over, just along the path. Oh, he gets Jakiro, just doesn't even need a waveform damage to follow up the He-Blade shotgun combination. In the backline though, Malam gets the jump onto Nico Baby, but the Eye of Skadi makes him so damn tanky. Shadow Dance already forced out. They need to save Akinbro though. He has the Shallow Grave if need be. As HWA used the double Dream Coil, but the silence onto Akira stops the Timber Chain from happening. And he commits Harakiri, Seppuku, Suicide, whatever. And now Malam, well, he came in with a Dark Pact, but that's about all he can do. So now 23 to 17 is the kill score. Another TP coming in. It's Nihis with his Boots of Travels. He has arrived, has his ultimate ready. Such a low cooldown, only 60 seconds. So are they going to get another set of racks? And I think if they get the second set of racks, this isn't going to be GG immediately, but this is definitely the start of the end. I mean, I doubt House of Gamers will be able to combat themselves back unless he starts throwing. And well, speaking of just potential throws, let's look at the graphs and see how big of a swing it might actually be if House of Gamers want to take this. So it's about a 12k net worth lead at this point in time. XP still zeroed out, which is a little bit funny, but you're 2 racks behind and you are constantly just gonna be looking over your shoulder. If you want to leave the base, you're like, crap, can we even? Are we gonna lose our tier 4s for it? It's just not the perfect position to be in and all. Just to make things a little bit more complex for House of Gamers, there will be a BKB on the Morphling. So with that item on him as well, what's the plan for House of Gamers to kill him? Is it the Sven, God Strength, and just hope for the best, although even if he is a support Sven? Is it just Slark to get an Abyssal Blade and hope that it's gonna be enough physical damage and enough lockdown to bring down the Morphling before he just waveforms or replicates out? That's a lot of buts and ifs. And now they're going for Roshan. It is Roshan number 2. No cheese quite yet. But, well, if only, man, if only. They maybe even want to jump in. Malam, he does jump in, but way too early. There's no Medallion of Courage on Roshan. There it comes, though. There's the Ice Path as well. Slashtrack wants to get some vision with the Static Remnant. Are they gonna go in? He gets stunned in the meantime. Morphling, he gets the Aegis, not gonna get snatched. Blink, Silent Stream Coil lands on free. Earth Splitter to follow on to free as well. Brings down Malam from the high ground. My freaking god, it's gonna be a 4-4-0. Or is it Pounce away? Are they gonna get to follow him? Yes, they will. They have vision. They get the jump. That's a 4-4-0. They didn't get the Aegis, no nothing. And House of Gamers, they are forced to bow out to the power of HEHE. Just nice attempt, but well, guys, HEHE, they take game number 1. So we are gonna head for game number 2. No matter the outcome of the second game, that will be the last one for today. We might have some more American Dota at 01 CET, I do believe, but we'll see about that. I'm not going to be casting it, but because I'm fast asleep, or well, I guess I go to sleep at that exact time usually because I read before. Reading is awesome, guys. I suggest reading books. They're fun. But in any case, this was game number 1. I do hope you enjoyed the cast as well as the game, both of them. If you did, you can follow HeflaTV for more content. I'm just one of the regular casters here, so if you follow HeflaTV, you are bound to hear me again if you enjoyed it. So HeflaTV on both Twitch as well as Twitter. It's also on or as links below the stream. And for my personal self, it's at Coucher more or less everywhere. So you can check me out, but guys, see you in game number 2.